Number 5, the ability to communicate clearly and effectively with your team. I call that leadership skills. Now, what you have to understand, business is not a loner sport, okay? Business is about having other people helping you, supporting you, so that you can experience the successes that you set out in your life. Now, if you don't use other people, you're going to have to do it every single thing yourself. And that is time consuming, my friend. Delegation is not a swear word. That's one thing I've learned in my early 20s when I started my first construction business. Very, very multi-million rand business that I started. And the first thing I've learned about that is that if I don't delegate to other people, I'll never be able to get the projects finished. Okay. Now, let me just share this with you. In my early 20s, I tendered for a high-rise building in East London, South Africa. It was the Khoza Development Centre's head office. Now, I won the tender, but I've never in my life up to then have built a high-rise building. Yes, we've built a lot of houses, etc. and so on, but never have I done a high-rise building. And you know what made me do that? Is because I've read the autobiography. I love autobiographies of Henry Ford, because success leaves clues. And in that autobiography, he says he does not need to know everything about everything. The moment he does not know how to do something, he will hire somebody. He will delegate that to somebody else that knows better than him how to do that. And that's exactly what I did. I contracted in subcontractors, and I in the end finished the project and became a millionaire in the process in my very early 20s. Now, one thing I had to surpass, the limiting belief that I had, was my age at that stage. I was in my early 20s, I was actually 20 years old. And all the people that I worked with were my seniors, the architects, the supervisors, the project managers, but they trusted me because I had this confidence inside me, because I believed that I have a skill to delegate, to speak effectively with my team. I had leadership skills inside me, and I had the belief that supported that I could apply that. Okay, so delegation is not a swear word. You want to become wealthy beyond your richest dreams? Then you have to delegate. You have to develop the skill to talk to your team. Effective communication. Okay? Makes sense, guys and girls? Again, we'll touch on this in a greater extent as we go on with our course. Then the 6th principle is the ability to manage and organize your time for maximum. Okay, say that with me. Maximum results. And I call that priority management. Because in fact, every single person has 24 hours. You don't have more than 24 hours. When an hour is gone, it's gone. Okay? You can always make more money. You can always become healthy again, okay? You can always start a new relationship. But if an hour is gone, you can't have that hour over again. Does that make sense, guys and girls? So, in a nutshell, you can't actually manage time because of the fact that you only have 24 hours every single day. But what you can do is you can manage yourself in the time allocated towards you, okay? And the only way to do that is to set priorities. You have to decide, whatever you do, if you intend to become rich beyond your wildest dreams, you have to ask yourself, am what I am currently doing helping me to get closer to the essence of becoming rich beyond my wildest dreams? I between brackets now, I hate it when people waste my time. When I was still in the construction business, we had meetings, etc. I would always say to the people, come on, let's get this meeting done. You are stealing my money. Time is money. I can be out there now making money. Now, for a long time in my life, money was my God. And I had to surpass that, like I shared in the first video. In 1989, I ran into the God. My whole priorities shifted. And I realize now that you can be, once you have balance in your life, you don't have to work yourself to death, okay? Yeah, that's stupid. You have to enjoy your money also. Make sense, guys and girls? Okay, again, we'll elaborate more on that as we go on. Set priorities. Whenever you are busy doing something, ask yourself, is this what I'm currently doing taking me closer to the end result that I intend to have? Okay. Now, we'll speak about goal setting also as we go on. At the moment you set a goal, you have to do reverse engineering. And say, okay, if I intend to be at a certain place, experience certain things, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 years from now, I don't like setting goals for 20, 50 years down the line. Your brain don't understand that. Your brain is a sort of instant gratification. So my long-term goals are 5 year, and in the process of going to that 5 year goals, I'll again develop 5 year goals. Okay, if that makes sense, okay. But in the end, you have to do reverse engineering, saying, what am I doing now so that it's possible for me to achieve that end result I set out to experience 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years from now. Okay, does it make sense? Priority management. Say with me, priority management. Okay, that's the essence of time management. All right, number 7, you have to develop the skill of financial literacy. In other words, for most people starting a business, they are financial illiterate, if there's such a word, okay. But you just don't know how to read these the balance sheets, the income statements, the cash flow statements, the credit score, return on investment, the profit and loss, capital gain or depreciation. Now, you can say to me, do you want me to become a bookkeeper now? Do you want me to attend a course on that? No, it's not necessary. Remember, delegation is not a swear word, okay. You delegate that word. You have somebody else to do all these bookkeeping and all the balance sheets and stuff for you. But you have to learn the skill that if you look at these balance sheets, the return on investment, the cash flow statements, that you know what it is saying back to you, okay. So for most people, they start off, and then all of a sudden at the end of the year they see, okay, I've made a loss, or I've profited this year. But they don't have the ability to read between the lines. They have not developed the ability, the skill, to read between the lines of what happened to create the loss, or what happened for me to experience a profit. Because if you read between the lines, you've developed a skill that you can apply and earn a different kind of income. Make sense, guys and girls? So, okay, 7th skill is financial literacy. You have to understand what your balance sheets, your profit and loss margins are saying back to you. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. You delegate that, but you have to understand what it says back to you. Okay. Then skill number 8 is the ability to manage your mind. Okay. Now we're going to speak in the next video. When we work on beliefs, I'm going to work to a great extent on that, how to manage your mind. Okay, mindset is very important. Remember the 4 pillars of business profitability? Mindset, marketing, management, and money. Okay, right, those 4 things. Mindset. Now, how do you manage your mindset? Are you allowing other people to manage your mindset? And by that I'm saying, are you allowing other people to influence your mindset haphazardly? The news, the newspapers, negative statements, the economy. Are you allowing those things to influence your mindset so that you accept the negative as being the ultimate truth? Well, if you are there, then don't even start a business. Don't even try and become rich beyond your wildest dreams, because you have to develop the skill, and then have to have the belief that support that skill, that you can manage your own mindset. Now, it's not just about the things that you hear and see, it's also about the things that you feel, your emotions. Are you in control of your emotions? Your anger, desperation, depressed states, etc. Negative emotional states, which is part of your mindset, whether you want to admit that or not, okay? There are certain things that's released, hormones that's released by your brain in your body, and you experience all these negative things to a physical experience, okay? And we'll teach on that as we go on with the course, but just for now, keep that in mind. You have to develop the skill to manage your mindset. Now, all of us are born with mindsets. Mindsets, for many people, have you learned to believe something, or did that belief just happen to you? Okay, did you just incorporate it in your thinking? Somebody said something, you lashed onto that, it became a belief system, and therefore it created the result. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. Henry Ford. Ockert says, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you will not even try. Okay? Now, again, in our follow-up video, I'll speak a little bit more about how to actually manage the mindset, which is part of your belief systems in that regards. Okay, now in closing, the only way to make this happen, managing your mindset, is to apply a simple concept, which I call PRR indefinitely. Now, I love acronyms. You'll see that as we go on. PRR stands for practice, repetition, rehearsal. So you set a goal, and you see that in your mind's eye. You set it, and you practice it in your mind. You see it, you visualize it, you live it, you experience that. Okay, then you practice, you rehearse it. Practice, repetition, rehearsal. You repeat that, then in the external world, you rehearse that. You start living that. Now, if the feedback is not what you expect it to be, change what you think, change what you do, change what you believe. Learn more skills, master those skills, and the result will be a proven. We'll speak about the 3-minute success recipe also as we go on, but for now, it is about practice, repetition, rehearse. Practice, repetition, rehearse. CVS to BVS. Current view of the situation to a better view of the situation. You'll never experience that unless you practice, repeat, rehearse. Okay. Now, once you've done that, you apply a concept which I call the 10 times memeplex. In other words, you look at these things that you created, the better view of the situation. And you say to yourself, how can I do that 10 times more? How can I do that 10 times better? How can I do that 10 times in a different way? Now, imagine you are earning 100 Rand a month. You increase that by 10, it's 1,000. You increase that by 10, it's 10,000. By 10, it's 100,000. By 10, it's 1,000,000. Okay, 10 times memeplex. Again, time allowing, we'll share the concepts with you in the course to a greater degree. Okay, so one last thing. Rich people invest in long-term happiness. Okay, it's not about instant gratification. Poor people look for short-term satisfaction. You are there, you're going to last before you start. I'm not saying that you should not celebrate short-term goals that you achieve. That's of the utmost need. It'll give you a feeling of feeling good about yourself, and that'll make the next step that you have to take easier in that progress. But you have to always keep the end picture in mind, and then do reverse engineering and ask yourself, am what I'm doing now, priority management, going to help me to achieve the end result by the specific deadline that I've set? Okay. Now, goals is just dreams with a deadline. Okay. You've got that, guys and girls. And goals without project management is hallucination. Okay, all right, there you go. Then, remember that you can watch all the videos that you want. You can read all the books that you intend to. You can attend all the courses. But if you do not have the intrinsic motivation and fire burning inside you, you won't become the success that you are supposed to be. You are born rich, conditioned to be poor. My intention is to help you surpass that conditioning, change it, teach you the skills that you have to apply, give you the beliefs that support the fact that you can actually apply these skills. Okay? All right. Now, I'm closing. Please remember when you leave here, have fun. Okay? Huge amounts of fun. Life is about having fun, enjoying yourself in what you do, in creating, becoming happy and healthy, wealthy and healed. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. And please remember, score yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. How did you do with these 8 skills? Is it part of your system? Are you applying it? Do you have beliefs that support you, that you can do it? Okay, then click on the link below, the email address that I've written down there. Make me aware of the fact that you intend to do this course with me, and leave a comment. Okay, share with me what you're struggling with currently. Okay, share with me what you would like me to teach on in this course, so that you can experience being happy and healthy, wealthy and healed, spiritually, intellectually, emotionally, socially, physically, financially, and in all your relationships. All right, remember, have fun.